3 words, Liz Taylor was bosomy, bejeweled, and beautiful.
If you speak to someone that was a teenager in the 1940s, they'll tell you that this was the most beautiful woman they'd ever seen in their life. Elizabeth Taylor was very identified with Valentino in the 60s and 70s. I think Valentino was a perfect designer for Elizabeth Taylor because he has a timelessness and a classical look to his silhouette, and yet he has a bit of kind of opulence to him as well. So they were very well suited to each other. There was a very famous headdress that Valentino made for Elizabeth Taylor for the premiere of Cleopatra, which was this wild, very kind of fantastic hat that is absolutely one of her most iconic looks from the red carpet. It was sort of like a crazy extraterrestrial crown that she was wearing, and she really could pull it off.
My favorite moment that I can recall is Liz Taylor in 1976. She was wearing a red Halston dress, strapless, but she always placed a jewel somewhere in the vicinity of her cleavage. And of course everyone was looking at her cleavage anyway. Ronaldo Herrera has a funny story about, I think he was at a dinner with her and he was looking at her cleavage. And she said, "What are you looking at?" He said, "You know, your tits." And that just cracked her up because someone finally told the truth. Another moment, which in some ways is a bigger moment, in about 1992, she showed up wearing a red ribbon. And that was a huge statement because Elizabeth Taylor was one of the early AIDS activists. She was fearless. Elizabeth Taylor was a real movie star with real movie star glamour round the clock.